Hey guys, welcome to my map walkthrough of my map Divide. This map is a very different map from conventional map design, as it takes extreme advantage of the hex pillar designs that Halo Infinite introduced with its Halo range. So, for those who don't know, hex pillars, they're like the core foundations of what the Halo ring is made of. So, imagine like a tectonic plate. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. So the hex pillars, they're the tectonic plates of the Halo ring, and this is like one section of the Halo ring that I just kind of thought of what would be cool. It'd be very cool if I kind of just ripped up a big portion of the Halo ring, and then all of a sudden, like there was all this like gravitational stuff that doesn't like necessarily make a lot of sense otherwise. Like the hex pillars floating here between the other hex pillars, parts of the bridges that maybe were connecting the spaces before. Being like ripped and destroyed, rocks being pulled up in a way that makes it almost feel like it got cracked in half in a way. Sorry, that really just allows for gameplay and like flow of the space to be very unique to anything else that has been created. So that being said, I really wanted to go straight into the design principles like approach here too by making it so that the biomes are really the landmarks of the map. So as you can see, this is the sand biome. The Banished are very like Mad Maxy type of faction. So I wanted to make it more of like a Mad Max Banished style sand biome, which would be really cool to lean into, especially with the one directly next to it being the mountainous region, which allows it to be. I was gonna have like this be like a nice like snow mountain that goes that way and has like all this type of snow. And as you can see, there are some like holes in the map here that are like maybe unintentional. Let's see, I can give you a good one. Like there's a hole right here. These were all because art was in progress on the map before it sadly got canned. But yeah, so this is the snow biome, which would have all the snow and just kind of mountainous style, both architecture of the like terrain, but also the interior foreigner style structures that we saw in like Assault in the Control Room and stuff like that from CE. So it wouldn't be like one-to-one recreations of that by any means, but it just like would be a similar type of feel. As you can see, this kind of feels like that tank section in Assault in the Control Room where you're going down and like there'd be a door here, and a door up here. So I kind of pulled from roots of Halo while also giving my own unique spin on it, making it very simplistic overall. And then the final one we have is the defending team space. This base is the Forerunner Grasslands. I took inspiration from Valhalla and the Halo 2 Sentinel Wall for like the landmark. So obviously you look up towards that, that just looks cool. It's foreboding. Um, so yeah, that's really the landmarks: grasslands, desert, and mountainous slash snowy. And of course, you've got Foreigner Wall, Foreigner Interior, Banish Base. Um, so to start us off here, we're going to go here into the attacker's base. This base is very simplistic, pretty easy to flow around and go through. Of course, I added a death pit here to the very back of the base, where the Wasp, which I'll show you in a moment, can actually come over here and kind of do like a cool flag stop, do that hero moment. I really pride myself on hero moments in my maps for like One-Flag maps, so I really want to get that in. So really quick, I'll show you this little hero path. You can come through here and you can actually go all the way to the defending team's base over there. Um, so that's just another example of the hero moment. Just gotta do this real quick to get back here. So the Wraith, that's the vehicle that the attacker get here for their team. I really wanted to emphasize the mortar of the Wraith since it is a mortar tank. So of course you do have your straight shots like this, like where I can just hit that and bam, it's dead. But also I can sit back here and I can just keep pelting the attacking base and make it so that, or the defender's base, so that they just can't push up and they just have trouble like pushing back against my team. But you might say, wait, you said the like areas between are like broken, so how's the Wraith gonna get across? Well, same with all the other vehicles. The Wraith actually has to use its boost to get across, which makes it so that it's not able to move her as well once it gets across, but it makes it so that it also can't get back this way, so it has to like go all the way back over here to get across to this side. And just because I'm sure you guys are interested more in that than some of the designy stuff to some extent. I'll show you that in just a moment, but this is more of the attacker base right here. The cell comes in here, There's a grappling hook right there, and that lower door over there that I showed before. So I'll show the rest of the attacking base here in just 1 second, but really quick, we're gonna go for a little ride. So I leaned into a lot of the designs that I was talking to her about with like the ripping up stuff with the vehicle path. I wanted to make it really fun, not only because I can make things like this happen to where, bam, now I can go down here, have like that cool like cinematic style Halo moment, but I can also do like just simple things like this, jump up here, or I can have paths that I can't go back up to unless I'm coming from that direction, or find the alternate way up. Or even I can have a cave path that's a little bit trickier to do in the Warthog because it's a little bit fatter, but I can have a cave path that I can just kind of come down here on. Or if I'm coming up from the correct direction for the cave path, I can come through here on and then drive straight through. Have a little bit of a tighter path, but just like a cool moment. But yeah, that's how I really wanted to lean into the design of the vehicle paths for all vehicles. Of course, the Wasp gets to completely break that and make it so that they can go up and down and like underneath the entire map, which I'll show it in a moment. But we're gonna start here with the snow or the sand area. So the attackers actually have a teleporter that they can go through both ways. Right here, it's their quickest way to come here, but they don't get immediate control of the base. The defending team actually has the advantage on that. But they do have a nice approach here with both cover and an easy way looking into the base while they start approaching. Because you really want to hold this sand area for one reason and one reason only. And it's not what you'd think. It's not for a good angle on the defending base. It's actually for the skewer. Because the skewer is the only weapon that can one-shot the defending team's Wasp, which is the biggest problem for the attackers. The Wasp is the nuisance of this map. I like to make it so that the attacking team has some sort of nuisance that they have to deal with before they can actually take the flag of the base. And the Wasp is that for this. As you can see, though, the sand area, very simplistic overall here. The tower here, of course, is going to be extremely exposed once you get up there. Everything else here is very segmented intentionally to not have a ton of sight lines onto it so players can actually move up until you get up to like the higher points, like this tower or up here or this turret right here. Like, I really wanted to make it so that players at higher points, they have all the power, but they also have all the sight lines onto them, which just makes it so that you can have hero moments from these high areas. Like, let's say I have a team running the flag this way. I can turn around in the turret and start beaming them. And, like, sure, I'm up here, I'm getting shot by everybody, but this turret is pretty powerful overall. So you're going to be doing some work while you're getting shot. You're going to do some fun work and, like, have some fun up there. But yeah, it also leans into the whole like jumping between islands type of thing that I want to go for in like unique ways going through with this. But yeah, the whole sand area, very simplistic overall was the goal, but having like the complexity being from the vertical engagements and how the vertical areas actually interact with the spaces overall. And then as we move towards the defending team's base, pretty easy to approach once you take this island. This island is really the one you want to take to be able to approach the base easier because you're able to kind of push them back and then jump across, have some cover with these hex pillars or going through there on that little cave section and come down through here. And when you do that, of course, you're able to kind of have some fun engagements through here, go a little crazy on the foreigner structures, or just jump up through this little sneaky path right here. And bam, you're in the base. You can fight some people back, or you can just go straight for the flag and then run this way. But yeah, the vehicle paths really are a lot better. So if you want to do like a vehicle flag run, then you want to kind of go more for the grassland side because it makes it just a lot easier to run back to your base. But the defending team definitely wants to keep the attackers out of this space as much as they can. This is all mainly spawn pocket back here, but the attacking team can actually cycle through here as well on this lower section where the cave area was that I was showing before. That's the cave path we came through before right there. They can either come down there with a grappling hook and come up this way, or come up through the cave. And when they come up this direction right here, they can sneak through. Players won't expect them because it's a little bit of a longer path. And bam, they're here to the flag. Or they can even like cycle this way if they want to kind of be just a little bit more sneaky and go straight up this bam, they have a sight line onto the flag. They can grab this BR and like maybe just shoot some people from range, get their team a way to break into the base. And if they want to, they can even drop right back down here, back into the base and loop back. So lots of options, which is what I like doing without making it overly complex and more maze-like, which of course the openness helps with too. But of course this was the flag space, like I said. That was the base for the defending team. And the last thing that I will show you here in this video is just how fluid and like how much oppression the Wasp can actually get. Why the defending team wants to keep it alive and why the attackers want to get this skewer or want to take it out as much as they can. So it has a pretty smooth transition through that space. I can just go like straight through here like it's designed to, or if I want to, got a little caught there, or if I want to, I can just come through these doors. But let's say I'm fighting someone here, I go all the way down here and they'll be like, oh, he's gonna go somewhere else. No, I'm gonna go all the way over here and you're not even gonna like be able to see me. I'm gonna like come up and shoot you. Of course I can get shot down on while I'm in this Wasp, but there's areas as well, like I'd have like a little cave here that you can go through with a Wasp, and then you can come out right here and cycle through this. Like there's so much like maneuverability that the Wasp can just generally do in this space that it just makes it the absolute menace of the map. In a positive way though. But yeah, that was my map divide. The last thing I'll show you here is I mentioned it, but I didn't actually show it. There's this teleporter down here. So like, let's say I'm fighting someone up there and I want to get up to them. I can either like go down there to that repulsor and repulse up to them, or I can just come straight through this teleporter. I'm over here on the island, so it's like a shot this way is the best way I can put it. And then I can just like come up here and fight them. And if I want to, I can also just like run away if I see they're coming with like a whole team. Bam, I'm down here. I can get the ghost and drive away real fast, or I can kind of stay in my base over here and kind of suppress another team. But yeah, that was Divide, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this walkthrough. Sorry that points of it were maybe a little fast, but I hope that you guys still got to understand my design sense here for the map. All right, guys, that is all. I will catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.